This is going to sound so tragic, but right now, there's a game called Balatro. It's like poker, and it's possibly the most addictive thing ever created. Charlie Brooker, creator of Black Mirror.
Balatro.
I got addicted to Balatro, and I know many others have too. But why is this? What is so encapsulating about a silly little poker game? Well, stay tuned, because Balatro uses all of the cards in the casino's deck to create a game no one can put down. But first, what is Balatro? Balatro, I don't know how to say it. Well, if you have not caught on, Balatro is a roguelike poker game released in 2024 to critical and commercial success. While I knew about the release, I did not truly understand people's addiction to the game. That is, of course, until I played it, and boy, I sure did play it. To win a game of Balatro, you must beat 8 antes. Each ante has 3 blinds, and the last one is a boss blind with special win conditions. To beat a blind, you must score a minimum amount of chips. After each blind, the minimum amount of chips increases as well. Each poker hand has a different amount of chips and multiplier depending on its difficulty of acquiring. If you cannot achieve the minimum amount of chips in a round within a certain number of hands, you lose. Balatro's roguelike elements come from jokers, tarot cards, and spectral cards, allowing you to alter and enhance your deck. Jokers can add to the chips and multiplier, be additive multipliers, aka multiplying the multiplier, or have unique abilities. Tarot cards can enhance your deck, which can increase the card's chip value or multiplier. Lastly, spectral cards are like tarot cards on steroids, adding really good enhancements or buffs, but also usually coming with some downside to the player due to their immense strength. There are other elements to the game too, but honestly, while it sounds really complicated, just go play the game. You'll understand and pick it up quite quickly. Initially, I came in from my analytical point of view, wanting to mathematically optimize the best strategy for this game. But quickly, I realized with the shop mechanic at the end of the round only allowing a small amount of random cards to be purchased by cash earned in a run, it is impossible to fully calculate everything. It is important to mention that there are plenty of strategies with flushes or high card or other combinations, but the trick is being able to adapt and create your own unique strategy per run to win. So if I can use math as a way out, well, why has this become my most played Steam game? 2 easy answers. 1, I don't use Steam much, but 2, I got addicted. Even while researching, writing my research paper, video editing, and recording this script, I want to play more. Something inside of me is fueling me to play more. And the more I dug into my research, the more I realized that this game uses the same tricks casinos do to get you addicted. So what are those tricks, I hear you ask? Well, the tricks are enticing designs, stimulating lights and sounds, near misses, familiar concepts, cashless games, and a sense of control. First is enticing designs, which, I mean, look at this game. The cards are tactile and tilt in the direction of your cursor, giving them this weighted feel. The designs themselves are really well made. The card packs explode open, glass card breaks, it's all there. There's even dynamic lighting on the cards, and the enchanted ones amplify this. These designs blend perfectly into the psychedelic and trippy background colors of the game. These are almost perfectly akin to casino carpets, which are specifically created to be bright and messy so people will not get tired. The entire game even has a CRT TV filter to add to the comfort and coziness. Noise and sound effects also play a large role. Studies have shown that sound effects like coins falling and positive buzzers encourage people to play more, and Balatro mimics this perfectly. Listen to the cash build up, the score of the chips, and the mult, with each card taking a turn to be added only to increase the anticipation of the final chip score. Everything in Balatro makes a noise or is responsive, which just creates an even stronger need to play more. Background music is also specifically curated in casinos. Slower tempos keep people gambling longer, while music with faster tempos results in faster reaction time. The Balatro OST is just one song. When playing this game for 70 hours, it may seem like one song is not enough, but that is not true. This song is wonderfully crafted, meant to be looped till eternity. First, it is written in 7/4, which creates a chaotic and unpredictable tempo, essentially both a faster and slower tempo meshed together. The theme is in G major, with an F sharp being the opening note of the melody. Because F sharp is the 7th note of the G major scale, musically it can go both up and down the scale, which causes this feeling of indecision. This is only amplified by an oscillator, which speeds up and doubles back on the F sharp. And this is just the first note of the melody, which shows the deliberate thought and attention put into this theme. Another feature is that this theme uses vertical reorchestration, which allows different music instruments to fade in and out in different situations. This is why the shop, card packs, boss, and end screens sound familiar, but different enough to remain fresh. Near misses are when a game or machine displays the information to lead the player to believe they nearly won, regardless of whether it is true or not. Think of how slot machines often give just one icon under the amount needed to win a big reward. These near misses stimulate the dopamine in the brain, causing spikes and encouraging the brain to gamble more. In Balatro, despite its luck-based elements, it never feels unfair. A lucky bad player may be able to win a few games, but a skilled player will win a lot more often. Even if the loss is purely luck-based, the player still wants to play again because winning feels so attainable. Casinos often use free drinks and free hotel stays to keep guests gambling and satisfied even if they are losing, and Balatro takes this concept. Balatro has a ton of experience-based unlockables, meaning the more times you play and try out different things, the more unlocks you will get. There are decks, difficulties, jokers, and even challenges that are all unlockable just by playing. It is another way of encouragement to lure you in. Familiar concepts are a tactic used by casinos to welcome gamblers in by having machines based on famous media or pop culture references. Even Balatro has this, as you can customize the deck with certain collaborations with other games for free. It's just a sense of familiarity and warmth. Although the biggest sense of familiar concepts is that this game is based on poker. Being that poker is one of the most famous and well-known card games in the world, a lot of people are already familiar with the hands, and for those who are not, Balatro is different and accessible enough that you can understand it without having to play poker first. Casinos use cashless games to help entice gamblers to disassociate the chip's value and spend more money. This is quite possibly where Balatro shines the brightest. It does not hurt your wallet. It is a one-time purchase with no microtransactions. The cash earned in a run is only usable for that run until you lose. Then it resets. This is where I believe Balatro will become the 21st century's solitaire. All that is needed to play solitaire is a deck, and all that is needed to play Balatro is Balatro. It is a well-made and addictive game that can live on for decades without needing updates or microtransactions. Sense of control is giving players control to let them think they are able to win, even if the odds are always against them. Think of blackjack, for example, where even playing perfectly, the house always wins. Balatro's roguelike mechanics let the players have a strong sense of control. Balatro demands that the players be able to adapt and evolve around its limited store options, boss challenges, and increasing chip values. Haha, I fooled you. There's one more trick Balatro uses, and that's big numbers. While casinos may tote their millions or billions of dollars someone can earn in winnings, Balatro lets lucky and skilled enough players experience it. If you have beaten Ante 8, you have the option to play endlessly, where values scale faster and quicker than before. Humans are notoriously bad at having a large number sense. For example, if I have a number line from 1,000 to 1 billion, where would 1 million be on this line? Most people would say somewhere around here, but in reality, it is here next to 1,000 because 1 billion is 1,000 millions. Balatro takes advantage of this because as multipliers stack and chips add, it becomes harder and harder to accurately predict and calculate the end chip value. Hence, it only increases the anticipation and joy of watching unquantifiably large numbers stack up to result in an immeasurable number. At its core, Balatro is less about cards and more about compulsion. It taps into the psychological sweet spot where randomness meets reward, where every draw feels like a chance at greatness and every busted run teaches just enough to keep you chasing the next one. The escalating multipliers, the illusion of control, and the ever-present possibility of the perfect hand all play into the dopamine-driven loop that makes roguelikes so powerful. But Balatro fine-tunes that loop with uncanny precision. It doesn't just let you win, it makes you believe that with just one more hand, one more joker, you can break the game. And that belief, that carefully crafted sense of agency within chaos, is what keeps us shuffling the deck long after we should have walked away. Because Balatro isn't just a game of cards, it's a game of minds. And it played us beautifully. And that's how I, alongside many others, have lost our lives to this game. Thank you for watching.